Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
Well, I guess we can officially put 2015 behind us, at least for the time being, because this is a very special episode, you guys. Our top 10 favorites of the entire year. How about that?
So excited.
If you had to put like just assign a random number to it, how many movies did you guys say that you saw this year? New movies.
I know for a fact I saw 57 because I happened them all kept on track. So
Nice. I'm at 47. Ish. Cody, what about you?
I'll give it 30. I don't know. I didn't count.
Yeah, this is the first year I've actually gone and seen the stuff that I really want to see, so it's actually pretty exciting. So yeah, guys, it's our top 10 of the year episode, but before that, we got to hit on some, I think, a really interesting news week. Josh, why don't you start us off in what's been going on in the biz?
Alright. Should I just start off with the order I sent them to you guys in? Is that fine?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, cool. So we'll start off with the one that excites me the most. 10 Cloverfield Lane. You guys up to date on this?
Watch the trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the trailer, and I'm not going to.
Cool. That's cool.
I'm just going to see the movie. Because
awesome.
if they wanted the announcement to be a surprise, I'm going to let the movie be a surprise.
That's cool.
So.
I wish I would have done that.
Plus, it's not going to be that hard because the thing comes out in like 3 weeks. And by the way, as I was putting together our schedule for this coming year, for some reason, I had left, even though there were movies coming out that week, I had left the week of March 11th completely blank. So thanks, JJ. Much appreciated.
That's awesome.
Like, there we go.
But yeah, so 10 Cloverfield Lane, I'm more excited about just the way this happened rather than the actual movie. Because, I mean, I liked Cloverfield. I wasn't one of the people that were like dying for a sequel or anything. I thought it was a cool movie, but just the whole, like, the marketing behind that movie was more interesting than the movie itself. And because that was really, like, the whole marketing was, like, they didn't even have a title announced until, like, a couple months before it came out. And they just had this trailer that just said, like, 1808. I think that was the date. And so for this one, they just, like, dropped a trailer for a movie that they were secretly filming in 2014 with Mary Elizabeth Winstead and John Goodman in the leads. That's crazy to me.
And the little punk from the newsroom. Don't forget. Not Jim Halpert, as I call him.
Not Jim Halpert.
I didn't know who that actor was.
Yeah, he's awful.
But it's also co-written by the writer of Whiplash, Damien Chazelle. So that has me crazy excited. But again, I'm just like, because we're in this kind of age where we know about movies like 5 years from now, and we're like just waiting, and then by the time the movie comes out, like, I don't know about you guys, but like when we get like 4 trailers for a movie over the course of a year, like I'm like it happened to me with like I loved the second Avengers movie, but like just the build up for that kind of like went more downhill than up for me, because when we get like 4 trailers leading up to something and we're just getting like a million TV spots, I'm just kind of like, can I just see the movie already? I've heard about it for like 2.5 years. I've seen a million trailers for it. I just want the movie. With something like this, I just love the beauty of it, because it's like it's just, oh yeah, it's coming out in 2 months. Here's the one and only trailer that shows almost nothing, and that's all we're gonna give you. Come see our movie in March.
Yeah,
and I love that. So,
what are some thoughts on the Cloverfield just in general? Cody, do you like the movie? Hate the movie?
I've never seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just, I always know people made fun of it. That's all I know of it, is that those episodes of South Park with the hamsters, where they're so startled.
Oh, that was so funny.
I don't know. As long as it's not another handheld shaky camera movie, I think you're gonna like it.
It's not found footage this time.
Good.
So,
I like Cloverfield back in the day. I still, to this day, I don't understand where these, do people really get like nauseous at shaky cam stuff?
Apparently.
That's so weird. Why?
I just don't like it.
Yeah, no, I mean it's fine. It's whatever. People are gonna. It's a fad, that's lasted a little bit too long. But
to me, the whole found footage shaky cam thing, it's like it's the way you use it, not the actual concept itself. Because I've seen terrible found footage movies. I've seen great found footage movies. It has nothing to do with the found footage. It's the way you use it. So,
good point.
Yeah. But Cloverfield, I liked it a lot. It was the first movie that what's his name directed?
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
Who I've become a fan of. He did that movie. I thought he did a good job with it. Thought it was entertaining. It was pretty intense. It was a cool like sci-fi monster movie. So, and this one is, I don't know. Do you want me to not say anything since you're trying to like stay surprised?
Yeah. Why don't you just?
Okay, because the trailer doesn't really give much away about the story anyway, but it does give little hints. So I won't say anything.
I know that the only thing I know about that it's in the cellar. It's an A cellar or like a basement or something like that.
Basically, it's not. I don't even think it's a sequel because it's just like I think it's supposed to be like going on during the same time as Cloverfield with different people. I don't really know exactly, but that's what it came off as to me.
I'm really curious to see what happens here, and roll your eyes if you must, but I just want to point out one little thing, is that this movie is called 10 Cloverfield Lane, and the artist formerly known as Bono grew up at 10 Cedarwood Road.
Oh my god.
J.J. Abrams is a YouTube fan, y'all.
Next topic.
That's the name of the song that plays in the intro of this show, Cedarwood Road, based on that. So there's a connection there, man.
By that logic, he's also a Gingerbread Man fan. Doesn't the Gingerbread Man live on 10 Drury Lane?
Damn it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I didn't even say that. But
oh my god.
I'm just gonna think in my mind that J.J. Abrams is just a massive YouTube fan. So you guys can stop
I'm sure that's all he listens to when he's writing his movies.
Yeah.
Just listen to I still haven't found what I'm looking for on repeat. That's what he wrote when he. That's what he listened to when he wrote Lost.
Gosh. Pretty much. I haven't seen Lost, but I'll take your word for it. And the word of everybody else that it really sucks.
Oh no!
I like
Lost.
Lost.
Seasons are pretty good.
I like the first 5 episodes that I saw, and then never finished.
But
it gets really convoluted later in.
Yeah, because I didn't know what they were doing. But you confirmed J.J. Abrams YouTube fan. Anyway, moving on.
Good job. Good detective work.
Thank you guys.
All right. So next
it's even got the same amount of syllables. Cedarwood, Cloverfield.
Oh my god.
The writing's on the wall, you guys.
Oh my god. Best song.
Oh shoot, sorry.
He brought it up.
Oh well. Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
All right, let's move on. I'm sure Mason will find at least 2 more YouTube references along the way.
Podcast.
Okay, so we got a little bit of DC small stuff. First one, Amber Heard. You guys know who she is?
Not a clue. Who is she?
She is an actress who is
really
very attractive. But she's also, I think she's a really good actress. She was in the critically acclaimed Drive Angry with Nicolas Cage.
Who could forget?
She was also in, I think she was in Carol. The Danish Girl. One of the 2 period pieces this year.
Barf.
But I heard she was good in it. I don't know if you know who she was in it, but I think she's a pretty good actress. She's going to be playing Mera, who is the love interest for Aquaman in the DC universe. So that's a thing. I think it's
Aquaman's
cool.
love interest isn't just like an octopus or something? You're so beautiful. Oh my god. Is that ink or are you just happy to see me? Okay. Isn't she married to Johnny Depp, though?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Oh, yeah, because she's the one with the dogs who, she's smuggling dogs into a country or something like that.
And then Australia was going to kill the dog. Australia went nuts on that dog.
Jeez. It's like they never met a dog before. It's just a stupid dog, man.
You do that in all country.
Yeah. That's nice. Real nice Australian accent there.
I'll try.
But, so, is she gonna... What's her deal? Is she a hero? Is she a villain? Josh, why is she in this? What's the point of this character? Other than to be, quote-unquote, diverse?
She's the queen of Atlantis.
Are we gonna hang out in Atlantis for a while, or?
I mean, that's where Aquaman's movie takes place, so probably.
I don't know anything. I don't understand Aquaman at all.
All right. Well, I mean,
Oh.
I'm not too big on him, but I know bits. I've read a couple of. There were some of the newer comics on him from Jeff Johns, and then there's the '90s one, which is what pretty much we're seeing with the big, grizzly-looking man that is Jason Momoa, minus the hook hand,
For now.
harpoon or whatever it is, and then obviously I played Injustice: Gods Among Us, which is my favorite version of Aquaman, because he's a total badass.
Me and a friend and I once rented that game. We just played it for like 3 hours straight, and we came to the conclusion that Aquaman was the best character.
He is.
They made
awesome.
the worst character the strongest, so shout out.
I used to be one of the people that like said Aquaman was stupid. It's like, he talks to fish. He's stupid.
No, he still is, but...
Oh, shut up.
By the way, did the internet get angry when they cast Jason Momoa when Aquaman's usually blonde?
Everyone, they got mad at everyone for everything. So yeah.
Okay.
They also got mad that he was not white. So, whatever.
I thought Jason Momoa was white. He was white.
No, he's Polynesian.
What?
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
It's like Hawaiian.
Oh, so just say Hawaii. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Pacific Islander.
That is a state in the United States of America, so close enough. And people gotta shut up.
Yeah.
Also, we gotta talk about Deadpool at some point.
All right. Okay, so yeah, there's the Amber Heard thing. I think that's cool. Then a couple little tiny things. The Suicide Squad poster. Did you guys see this? Or I guess there's two of them.
Yeah, you
But
showed it
I think
to us.
I think one of them is more exciting than the other. But
Which one?
the one with the skulls.
Oh yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I just think these posters are both like really creative. Because you've heard me go off on posters before.
Yeah, and the last time you did, the movie itself, at least to me, was a poop pile. Crap pile.
I loved that movie. But
Mockingjay Part 2, in case anyone's wondering.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh.
So
still, movie regardless if it's good or not. I like seeing creativity in posters as opposed to just crap Photoshop together. And
I gotta tell you, I thought for sure the main poster they were going to use for this was going to be like a supervillain lineup kind of thing. I thought that'd be really cool. But
what do you mean, like in a prison type of thing?
Yeah, like all the villains
That'd be cool.
at a lineup.
you mean that exact scene from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, but better. No, actually, I don't know. But that just made sense to me. That's cool what they did.
Maybe they're listening and they'll take your advice for the next poster.
Give me $50,000, or I'll sue you.
Yeah.
And as a requirement, Jared Leto can never act again.
Jeez.
No, he's okay.
You're like Ed Norton in Fight Club.
A movie Mason also doesn't like.
Have we talked about that yet?
Yeah, we have.
I think you guys yelled at me for that.
Oh, because you're an insane madman.
I am a little bit.
Okay. So yeah, there's the poster. Any thoughts aside from it looks cool?
Nope.
Okay. And then I showed you guys this morning the Justice League. We got our first sort of look at it. I'm not even sure if this is concept art or if this is just a little promo picture that they threw together. But this is kind of our first look at Cyborg and the Flash, played by Ezra Miller. So yeah, it looks cool. I'm sure we're going to get a better picture soon, but for what we got now, I think it looks really, really exciting. So I'm excited to see more of it in action. So
Yeah, Cyborg looks cool, but
yeah,
Batman should be in the front though.
I knew you were going to say that.
He's Batman. He can beat anybody.
He's not the leader though.
He is. He's so
He's
the
not.
leader.
Actually, I did hear. I don't know if this is like a rumor or something. I read it somewhere that they were positioning Batman to be the leader of this Justice League movie.
Good. Superman sucks, and he killed his dad.
Oh God.
Now, let's get serious. His dad killed himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just to save the dog, though. Don't forget.
I mean, that was probably the best way to go out. That's how I want to go out.
In a tornado.
Say after saving a dog. A completely preventable death.
I mean, I'd rather just die in my sleep peacefully, but that's just me.
Where's the heroics in that?
I want to get
There's-
shot into
there's
space, so it's like
Okay.
in the world's biggest cannon, just fling me right into the stratosphere. Either I'll burn up or I'll rotate the Earth for the rest of eternity. Either way is good with me.
Yeah. But back to the thing. The one thing I did want to about the cyborg thing. It's something I noticed. Like, it looks like it's like I'm not really big on the cyborg like at all. Like, I've only seen like pictures of him. Like, he was in. I think he was in Injustice. I don't remember. But he was cool in that. It just like he's always looked like there's like half his face is like, because I know like half his face is like robotic,
Mm-hmm.
but like half his face is like, it just looks like it's like plastered on.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what he looked like in that's what he looked like in Teen Titans back in the day. So they did pretty good on that.
Built into his skull, and I thought that was really cool. So yeah, all right. So wrapping up all the DC stuff, we got something that I'm sure we're gonna disagree on. Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
He's a bit of an unfortunate event that he will be starring as Count Olaf in a series of unfortunate events.
Before we get into this, Josh, you and I are both on wildly different ends of the spectrum. So, Cody, first of all, do you care about a series of unfortunate events? Second of all, do you like Neil Patrick Harris for the role?
One, no.
Okay.
I don't care about it. I never read the books. I didn't see the movie.
Okay.
I guess I don't like him for the role just because I think Jim Carrey was fine.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know. It just doesn't really do anything for me. But I'll watch it, even if he is. I like Neil Patrick Harris as an actor, so.
There we go. Josh, you are you're wrong by hating him, just so you know, because Neil Patrick Harris is awesome, and I can't wait for this.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. No, what specifically about him don't you like, Josh?
I hate him. I can't stand Neil Patrick Harris. I despise everything about him.
As an actor, or
I think he's a terrible actor. I don't think he's funny. I don't think he's likable. I think he's annoying. I hated How I Met Your Mother. I think it's a terrible show. It's not funny. He was the worst part about it that all the episodes I watched. I'm gonna run through everything else. I've seen him in Gone Girl. He was the worst part of Gone Girl. I hated him.
He's great in Gone Girl.
I thought he was terrible. I thought he was bland and boring in one note.
I'll give you one thing, that he was not as good as Medea in that movie, so that I will give. Medea far outshone him.
There was that Seth MacFarlane movie, A Million Ways to Die in the West or whatever, wasn't like amazing or anything. I thought it was okay. A lot of people hated it, but I thought he was terrible in that movie. He wasn't funny at all.
Mm-hmm.
The Smurfs. Yeah, the Smurfs. Just
say
that.
Cash Money. That's all he did that for.
Well, I'll give him a break there. And then I said How I Met Your Mother. And then the one thing I did think he was okay in was the Burger movie that I can't think of the name of. Harold and Kumar.
Oh, yeah, he was good.
He was playing himself.
Yeah, I don't know what about. I thought his role was fine. He didn't annoy me in that role. He was kind of funny because I felt like he was like more mellow or something. I don't know. For some reason, I liked him in that movie. I don't know why, but everything else, I despise Neil Patrick Harris, and I do care about a series of unfortunate events because I read the first few books. I never finished the series, but I liked it, and then I really liked the first movie, but they never made any more. And then I was really looking forward to this Netflix series, and now I don't have any plans on watching it.
Ah, man.
So
I'm in a similar boat that you are. With it relating to the series, I guess. I read all of them, and I really like them all. I think they're great counter programming to Harry Potter, and I love them for that.
Actually, I got a funny story. When I think I was in like second grade or something, because we had like our class had like a bookshelf or something where we'd have like a bunch of books on the shelf, and
like a bookshelf.
Yeah, like a bookshelf. And one of I'm sorry, I'm tired.
No, it's fine.
And then a couple of the books on there was the series of unfortunate events, and I picked up the first one, and for some reason, I thought it was like a Harry Potter spinoff because had a kid at the front. And so I was just like reading it for the first, because I went back and read it later again, but I just read it, and I just remember for the first like chapter, I'm like, this has nothing to do with Harry Potter. Where's all the wizards? It was really weird.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. Still, I love the series. NPH has got he's got a wide range of things that he can do, and I can't wait for it. I'm so freaking psyched. But Jim Carrey really isn't doing anything, so if they got him to come back and finish off the role, I think I'd be okay with that. But as it stands, woohoo!
Well, he's doing something. He's just being not funny hosting at the Golden Globes.
I thought he was really funny at the Golden Globes.
He was so annoying. I just wanted to know who
Didn't
won.
Didn't he send a video to Emma Stone being weird?
Yep.
Probably.
I remember.
That sounds like a Jim Carrey thing to do. But actually, no, the reason that he did that whole thing is because the prompter went out, so.
Oh, I wish. I knew
Hashtag
that.
defending Jim Carrey.
Tell the truth next time. Don't lie. Don't pretend you're being funny. Just tell us.
I thought it was funny. It's like, when I wake up, I'm 2-time Golden Globe winner Jim Carrey. That's funny. That's, to me at least.
And I just haven't liked him for a while, so.
And just so you guys know, he's got a movie coming out called True Crimes where he's trying to be all dark and serious, and I'm really excited.
Okay.
Well, all right. Man. Now I'm getting ganged up on now. I don't know.
No,
I feel like we all have that one thing we get ganged up on, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, cool, Josh. What's up next?
All right, next up, you guys seen Jumanji?
No. Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else would I be talking about?
I thought you meant the story. I didn't see that. I didn't see the
Okay. Yeah, the movie. So Jumanji is getting a remake because I don't know why, but it is. And it's going to be directed, and it's coming out. Apparently, it's coming out this Christmas, and they haven't started filming it yet, which is weird to me. But that probably just tells you how good or bad it's going to turn out to be. But the director is the director of such classics as Bad Teacher and Sex Tape.
So what you're telling me is that this movie's gonna suck.
Probably.
That's Lawrence Kasdan's son, though.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. They must have a very bad relationship.
Or it's not his son. Maybe he's
Fifth
adopted.
generation.
No, I'm pretty sure it's... Yeah. So,
I have no... But he did direct Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
Oh, that's good.
That's
actually.
a great movie.
Was it good?
Oh, that's hysterical.
That's Will Ferrell, right?
No, that's John C. Reilly.
Yeah,
the other one. Yeah.
No, he's been doing good work. Let's see. He's been the producer of Fresh Off the Boat and The Grinder, which I hear are very good shows. So I'm excited. He could do a good job.
I don't know.
Are you just upset that they're making this?
I mean,
I am.
I haven't seen the original Jumanji, but it's just I'm not passionate about it. I just if a movie's not what's it 20 years old? It came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
I just think it's too soon.
What about you, Cody?
Well, I think this movie's an abomination.
Solid.
Jumanji is a timeless classic that does not need to be remade ever in the world. One of Robin Williams' finest performances. Yeah. No, I'm not going to watch this movie. I promise you.
Well, most likely it'll just go the way of the Point Break remake, aka nobody's going to give a crap.
And it'll be in theaters for a week.
Yeah, and they're going to keep talking about the old one. So.
Yeah, that's true.
But hey, it could be good. We'll see.
Cool.
All right. And then I have the one more thing before anything else. Neighbors 2. We got a trailer. Did you guys watch it?
Nope. Just you take a second and tell us how excited you are for Neighbors 2, Josh.
I'm not kidding. I'm legitimately really excited. I think it looks hilarious. Did you guys see the first one?
Nope.
Nope.
You're killing me. The first one I thought was great. I thought it was really funny. It's got Seth Rogen, Rose Byrne, and Zac Efron in the best role he's ever done, and he was hilarious in it. That was really funny. And then this one, I'm not really one for comedy sequels, but for some reason I was really excited just because they got the whole crew back, and I loved what they did with the first one. And then they showed me this trailer. I'm like, I'm in. It looks funny. It doesn't look like Hangover 2. It looks like 22 Drum Street. So I'm in. I love the cast. I love the people behind it. It made me laugh a lot. Chloe Moretz is joining the crew. So is Selena Gomez, and I'm never going to complain about that.
But the question is, are they going to be able to keep what's her face, Chloe Grace Moretz, when the fifth wave blows up and becomes the huge blockbuster we all expect it to be. Are they going to be able to keep her for a sequel? Like,
Probably not.
oh man,
She's going to take the world by storm. New Hunger Games confirmed.
Yeah. Star what? I don't know. What is that even? What's a Star War?
Is anyone actually going to go see that, aside from, like, people who read the book? People
There's
who
a
like
book?
It's based on a book.
It's based on what?
Yeah, it's based on it's a young adult. They're all based on young adult novels. Don't you know this by now? It's about a teen girl who has the weight of the world on her shoulders, facing an dystopian future with a
Wait.
dictator or something, and there's aliens.
Let's play America's favorite game. Guess what her character's boring ass name is. What do you guys think?
Like
Probably something too on the nose, like
probably like
your normal first name. Her name will be Claire Savior, or
Josh, what about you?
I don't know. I'm bad at this.
It's America's favorite game show. Play along.
I'm looking around. Is it like
Lamp Rug. Is her name Lamp Rug?
Lamp Rug.
Lamp Rug. No, Cassie Sullivan. So Cody, you got the initials. Pretty solid, but yeah, that's the.
That was my next guess.
Because when you say Cassie Sullivan, everybody knows that's the main character from the Fifth Wave.
This movie's already awful, apparently. It has 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wonderful. God.
It'll have its nice little run of, fans for the first weekend, and then it'll go away forever. So
The horror on the fans' faces when they realize there's not going to be any more of these.
yeah.
like, oh God, it's bad. No, my mom even said that looked like crap. So you can tell that it's not going places. So, oh dear, January. You gotta love
What a
it.
time to be alive.
Honestly.
Are we? I don't know. I guess we'll talk about that after. I just want to know what we're doing next week, because I don't even know what's coming out.
Well, I was gonna do a séance on the air, but
Oh, cool. Who are we going to try to reach?
well, David
We got to
Bowie
do
would be
Bowie
good.
and Rickman. So.
Yeah, Bowie Rickman. Get them on the show. Hey guys. No. Did you know that Bowie? You know how he got his eye the way it is?
He get hit in the face with a baseball or something.
No, his this when he was in, I think it was in grade school or something like that. This kid punched him in the face and like scratched his cornea, and he had to do like 4 or 5 different surgeries to keep his sight. And the guy that punched him later went on to be like his best friend and designed almost all of his album covers. So
That's pretty awesome.
why, if David Bowie can forgive like that, why can't we? Why can't we?
The
We're
world
not-
needs to take
We're
a.
not David Bowie.
True. That's that much we know. But all right, guys. Anything you want to talk about before we move on to the prime programming for the evening?
Do you want to talk about Deadpool?
Oh yeah, I did. Josh, I think we're both in agreement on this.
What?
What the hell? Stop it. Just stop with the petitions. Stop with the pledge drive. Stop with the quote unquote celebrity endorsements. I want my kid to see Deadpool in the theater. I don't care. It's an R-rated movie for a reason. Sandra, all right?
You do that voice all the time. Can we have a guest, quote unquote, a guest that's just that voice?
Please.
For Deadpool. I just wanted my son to see it, but I couldn't.
My son gotta see the movie, man. No, that was more Sandler. Now I can't do it anymore. I gotta go back and listen and practice. But this thing, I don't understand. I was trying to explain this to people, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on with that movie Deadpool? It looks cool." And I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Oh, it's in the news about like a petition." I was like, "Oh yeah." Let's just. Did you guys? I don't know if I'm the only one here. I'm pretty sure I'm not. Did you guys sneak over, like, go to your friend's house and watch a movie you weren't supposed to?
Of course I did.
Exactly. Everybody did that. I went to my friend's house and we watched Alien vs. Predator, which is where even though I think that's PG-13, but where I got the appreciation for that masterclass of filmmaking. So stop trying to make people concede to just your specific case, man. Like it makes no sense.
They spent, I think, like 6 years trying to develop this movie and get the R rating that they wanted originally. They're not going to go back to PG-13 because some stupid 8-year-old wants his way.
See a movie.
Yeah. And, okay, throw the kid in the minivan and take him to see it anyways if he wants to see the freaking thing so bad. Or shut
it's
up.
Not like it's rated NC-17 or anything.
Yeah, it's just rated R. That's
Like,
life. Rated R is life.
His parents like don't want him to see it unless like I don't even know. I kind of like tried to check out of this as much as I could. Like,
what is he gonna take away from a PG-13 movie of version of Deadpool that's not also going to be conveyed? Or no, what's going to get into the PG-13 version that isn't
the
in
movie's
R?
going to be 15 minutes long.
What's the morality that he's going to get out of this movie for being PG-13?
Honestly, like just enough. Just people need to stop. Just let the movie come out.
And
when it comes out on DVD, sneak it home, watch it in your room, and like everybody else did, or go to your friend's house. That's America. That's the way of life. We break the rules as soon as we possibly can without it being legal. America.
The one other thing is, I don't want to name names or anything, but there's the person, I think she's the one who started the petition, a certain person said, Deadpool is marketed towards kids, so kids should be able to see it.
No, that's actually true because he did draw that incredibly childish picture in one of the trailers. So yeah.
So it's made for kids. Confirmed.
Like, I just want to say, how stupid do you have to be to like think, oh, it looks funny, so it's for kids? Are you serious? Like, it just bothers me so much that.
You know, my son should be able to go see The Wolf of Wall Street in a PG-13 version, okay?
That movie would be 6 minutes long.
You wouldn't even. Honestly, what could you shoot? I want to see a fan edit of Wolf of Wall Street PG-13 version. So that needs to happen.
You'd show the opening logos. You'd show every word that isn't a cuss word, and then it'd be the credits, and then that would be it.
Then you got to cut out the drug scenes, all the sex scenes.
Yeah,
that movie's nothing. Oh my god.
Yeah, they would have no plot. You see a Leo for a few shots, Margot Robbie in every shot that she has clothes on, and that's it.
And then Leo would look rough at the end, and then something. I didn't watch that movie all the way through. It was too long.
Petitions. Let's start a petition to get rid of petitions, unless it's for something cool, like
a Death Star.
Or getting Pluto back to planet status. That'd be cool. I'd sign that. Go Pluto. But anyways, that's my bone to pick for this week. I just wanted to point that out because that's so stupid.
Well, it's not getting right. The people I think it was a writer who tweeted out, he was like, nothing's changing. No movie's getting PG-13. We don't care. That's basically what he said.
Thank goodness.
I would just like, thank you. Just like, it's not happening. So it's like, whatever. Just little 8-year-old, you can either wait to see it on DVD and Blu-ray like the rest of us, or you can have your buddy or an adult sneak you in.
Exactly.
But it's not happening. So get over it.
These are the United States, and that's what we do.
Keep little kids out of movies with boobs.
In China, you don't get it either. Screw you guys. You gotta wait.
I love that China is still pretending to be communist.
Yeah.
Anyways, so anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I think Oh, Jesus. I gotta calm down. I need some Kit Kats. Hold on. All right, let's move forward and let's talk about our top 10 favorite movies of 2015.
Let's do it.
525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles.
So I know we talked about a little earlier about possibly doing a worst of, and Josh, I incorrectly vetoed that because when I put together my list of every movie I've seen all year, there's some stink bombs down there that I really think deserve to be ridiculed just a little bit. So are you guys prepared before we dig into this to talk about 3 or 4 of our least favorite movies of the year?
Sure, actually.
No,
I posted
I'm not.
my list today, so I that.
Cody, why don't you join me in bashing Fantastic Four then?
Okay, I didn't see it, but it sucked.
Exactly. Josh, do you mind if I start? Because I've got a few.
Yeah, go for it.
So of the 3 that I chose, I just settled on. First up is Southpaw. You make a movie for there to be A, intrigue, and B, to tell a story. And the problem with boxing films, and I even put Creed in this, but I like Creed a lot more because it was, they did a lot better with the characters. Southpaw was the exact opposite. That was one of the most boring movies I think I've seen in the last 5 years. It hit every single plot point, punch for punch, and it was boring. It was absolutely boring. There was nothing new, and I hated it. So, quick explanation. I also would like to talk about Insurgent. Did you either guys see this?
I did.
No.
I actually kind of liked it, but
If you're into 2 hours of pointless, oh my gosh, you're going into a place you shouldn't be, but here comes people to save you for 2 hours, then by all means, and you can feel free to enjoy that. But for me, I also found that one tedious and boring, and I really liked the first Divergent movie. I read the book for some reason.
Really?
Don't ask me why. I thought it was all right. It was an entertaining movie, but Insurgent was just, it was almost as bad as Shailene Woodley's haircut, and that's saying something.
I will agree there.
Not a fan of the pixie cut, but whatever. That doesn't matter. But yeah, one of the most uninspired, just train wrecks the entire year. And when Miles Teller is one of the best parts of your movie, I think you got something really morally wrong. And I completely mean, he was great in that movie. He was having fun. He hated it, and I saw it in his face. I love it.
Did you see the interview we had about the Divergent movies?
Oh yeah, he's like, I feel dead inside.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, really? Those are your best performances, Mr. Fantastic. And speaking of Miles Teller, wow, I just realized he's in the 2 worst movies I've seen all year. Congrats, Miles. Fantastic Four. In the way that Star Wars, I think, lived up to the hype of how good it is, Fantastic Four probably exceeded the hype as to how horrible it is. If Josh Trank is so certain that there's a great version of Fantastic Four that I guess got lost on the cutting room floor or whatever, if anything in this movie exists in that cut, I'm just going to call BS, because this is a horrible movie, and there's nothing redeemable about it. And the thing that offends me and annoys me the most are A, Toby Kebbell's lack of chapstick. I guess he doesn't know what that is, because it looks like the craters of Mars on his lips or something. And B is Michael B. Jordan, his character's dad. He's like trying to be Morgan Freeman, but it's just not working. He's like, I have a cool voice. It's like, no, you sound like you are gargling on stones. So
I
just
think about that.
please die sooner. Please die sooner.
Damn.
What a horrible movie. What a horrible, horrible movie. Ugh. Cody, any thoughts?
I didn't see it. Didn't see any of the movies.
You don't
that
need to. It's garbage. Just say anything bad, and it will apply to this movie.
All right, so the acting was bad.
Absolutely.
The story was bad.
What story?
Yeah, exactly. Totally what I was talking about. The casting was bad.
Oh, absolutely. Michael B. Jordan, that's a waste of his time. He could have been making more Creed movies while he's doing this. He could be making Creed 6 where he's fighting, I don't know, an alien or something.
Oh, he's got to fight Bin Laden.
Yeah, fight Bin Laden's ghost. That's Creed 6. Boom. Screenplay. There you are. But
All right, I'm glad I missed it, tell you the truth.
Also, Josh, you saw this, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain to me what the hell kind of powers Doctor Doom has? Or does he just blow up dudes' heads?
Honestly, I'm not huge into any of the Fantastic Four stuff in the comics, so I don't really know.
No. I'm not talking about the comics. I'm talking about in the movie.
Yeah, I know. In the
What does
movie,
he do?
I don't know what he's. That's why I'm like, I don't really know what he's supposed to do in the movie either.
Did he die? I can't even remember. What
Yes.
happened in that movie?
Yes, he did die.
Oh God, what a garbage heap. Anyways, so those are the 3 worst movies I saw all year. So yeah, great. That felt good. That felt really good.
Got it out.
Josh, what about you? Some of the worst that you've seen.
I'll just run off the list I made. Couple dishonorable mentions, if you will. Terminator Jenny Smith, Poltergeist, I can never pronounce it, and then Taken 3. They were all not great, but I didn't hate watching them.
I forgot Taken 3 even existed.
Yeah, I know. That's why. I saw that. I only saw
it came out in 2014. You bum.
It came out in January.
You sure?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it
Came out
did.
for award season.
No, yeah, that was the Berlin premiere. It was December of 2014.
Yeah. But yeah.
That made $326 million on a $55 million budget.
I think they're already going to make a Taken 4. They said something about it. That annoys me.
Get Nicolas Cage in their stat, honestly.
He's doing Stolen.
They took the Declaration of Independence back from him. It's in his car.
Fight him.
So I All right, so I got a little top 5. I'll go quickly. Aloha is my number 5. You guys see this?
No.
It was a piece of crap. It's really bad, and it sucks that it's really bad because you got an awesome cast. Look, you got a cast with Bradley Cooper, Rachel McAdams, Emma Stone, Alec Baldwin, John Krasinski, Danny McBride, and Bill Murray. That's your cast, and this movie sucks. You know something's going wrong when Emma Stone is the worst part of the movie.
Oh, boy.
I remember seeing the trailer for that, and I knew as soon as I saw it that was going to be a crap movie.
Oh, I did too.
Nobody else saw it. It was weird.
I thought it looked really bad, but I was like, I don't know. It's Cameron Crowe who did Almost Famous, which is one of my favorite movies.
It just goes to show a bad trailer is almost always an indication of a bad movie.
But yeah, so I mean, it's awkward, it's dumb, it's trying to be funny, but it's not. It's trying to be heartfelt, but it's weird, and you don't really care. The characters are stupid. The only thing I liked in it were the chemistry between Bradley Cooper and Rachel McAdams. Emma Stone is one of the most annoying characters I've seen in a while. She's also playing a Hawaiian girl when she's the whitest person on the planet. And that's just weird. It's just
Good job, guys.
Yeah, it's just not. Don't watch it. Aloha sucks. Cameron Crowe is probably done for a while. Number 4, Chappie,
Oh my God.
aka Crappy.
Oh, slow down.
It's
Hey man, chill, man. Crappy, come on. That's offensive to somebody.
Oh, did you guys see Chappie?
Yeah.
I watched 20 minutes of it while I was working at the theater, and I wanted to smash my head into the fire escape.
Well, here's my turn to be ganged up on. I like this movie.
Oh,
What?
really?
You
I,
did?
I enjoyed it. I thought Charlotte Copley was really great in it.
Oh,
I hated the Die Antwood people.
Yeah.
There was so much potential for this movie. I didn't hate it. I was disappointed by it.
I think Hugh Jackman was terrible in it. Maybe he wasn't terrible, but his character was so stupid. He's probably the worst villain of the year for me, aside from Doom. Sigourney Weaver's wasted. Neil Blomkamp just continues to flush his career down the toilet.
Yeah. How'd Alien 5 go, dude?
Yeah.
Is that...
I'm losing so much interest in anything this guy does now. Like, there was a point where I was like, he should do the next Star Wars, and now I don't want him anywhere near anything ever. So I thought the characters were terrible. I thought that the Diane Ward people, they aren't great actors, and their characters are. I wanted to kill all of them. I wanted them all to die at some point. And Chappie, they turned what could have been a really great character into just a jerk who you're supposed to be empathizing with, but also while he's doing these terrible things, it's just like a really annoying movie because there's some great. I mean, the visuals are awesome, the music is awesome. But it really got under my skin. All right, so next up, Pixels is my number 3.
God, why'd you see that?
Because it was free.
Okay. Then, that's you're spending time there.
I thought the trailers were amazing, and it was Chris Columbus, and I thought it was going to be Adam Sandler's big comeback, and it turns out it's actually his worst movie almost ever. I hated it, even though I only saw the first 40 minutes. Or first 50 minutes or whatever.
You left?
Because I left.
Nice.
About halfway through. It's the first movie I've ever done that for. And Peter Dinklage is the worst thing in the movie, if that's any indication.
Wow.
And it's just another Happy Madison movie with some cool special effects. That's all it is. So, Adam Sandler, I want more Reign Over Me. I want more Punch Drunk Love. I want less Pixels. So... But I don't think that's going to happen. Number 2.
Not with that Netflix deal he signed. You're going to see a lot more crap coming from him.
Either of you guys see Ridiculous 6?
No.
All I know is was it that the kid from Twilight was in it.
Yeah, Taylor Lautner.
Oh God.
One of my friends was watching it. He's like, "Want to watch this with me?" I'm just like, "Yeah, I'd rather not. Want to die." So no. Yeah, number 2 is Fantastic Four. I'm not going to harp on this too much because I'm done with this. I just want it to never be brought up ever again. But it's just like, I think there are things in it. I think there was a great movie at some point. It got lost out at some point. I do think that because there's two scenes in particular that I thought were awesome, but everything else was a lot of crap. I think the first, pretty much everything before 1 year later, I think is not great, but there you could see potential in certain elements of it. There's 2 scenes. There's the scene I don't really care if you haven't seen it. I'm spoiling it for you because no one's going to watch this piece of crap. There's the scene where they get their powers and they're on the table. I thought that was really well done because it felt like a sci-fi horror thing, which is what Josh Trank said he was going for. And then there's the scene where Doom is walking through the hall, like killing people in their brain or whatever. Thought that looked cool. I thought that was really like intense, kind of. Everything else was garbage. I think sometimes the performances were good. Sometimes they were so bad I wanted them all to leave. It just looked like, because half the time it looked like they did not give a crap. That was really fun.
Half the time?
A lot more than half the time, but because there was a couple times when I did actually feel for them a little bit. Not Jimmy Bill is the thing at all, except for the one scene I mentioned where they're getting their powers. Because he got literally nothing to do. He barely even had any lines. Michael B. Jordan was boring as Human Torch. He had like no personality at all. Miles Teller, again, boring. He had like no personality. They just like stripped all the personality away from any of these characters, and it's just like I think it's definitely partially Josh Trank's fault. You can definitely see that there's a director-actor conflict. But I think the original version before it was messed with would have still been better. I don't know if it would have been good.
Honestly, I could.
But
I would never. I never want to direct anything, at least film related. But I could honestly do a better job at that movie.
The thing is, because like if you look at the third act, the entire third act of this movie it's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah.
And then the ending. I mean, the third act is not even his. They completely reshot it without him. Because there's like scenes of other things. And I mean, even on the poster, it's like they're in a city, in a destroyed city. It's like there's probably an entire plot line that was cut out of the movie. That was what he filmed. I'm sure that probably would have been better than the crap that we got. Maybe not, but I'm more interested in what that was than what this was. Where they go into some stupid negative zone, and that looks like Poop Planet, and they fight Doom for 4 seconds because of the power of friendship, and then we should call ourselves
Power of friendship.
Yeah, and then we call ourselves Fantastic Four. It's funny because that's the name of the movie, and then it's over, and then everything's terrible. This movie sucks. I don't ever want to watch it again. I don't normally say this. I really hope Marvel gets the rights back because I think they're the only ones at this point could probably do a good job with it. If not Marvel, literally anybody else, someone else, some other studio buy this property because Fox doesn't know how to handle it. Okay, so that's Fantastic Four.
Remember at the beginning of that when you said you didn't want to harp on that movie too much?
Yeah, and then
Just gotta let him go.
And all these memories came back floating to me, and I almost went more, but I didn't. And then number one, I've said it before. My favorite genre is horror, which sucks because the movie I hated the most this year was a horror movie.
What?
The Gallows.
What? I like that movie.
I despised this movie.
That was a fun movie, man.
No, it wasn't. I hated.
Oh, that was so fun.
God, I almost left 3 times. It was. Remember what I said about found footage being used good and being used not so good? This is one of the examples where it's not used well and where it's stupid. I think, and also, if just look at the characters in this movie. Oh my God, I have never wanted people to die in a horror movie so much that I did in this movie. The main character, the douchebag that we meet for the first 30 minutes of the movie.
Oh, you talking about Reese, bro?
I guess.
Was freaking sweet.
Oh my God, I've never wanted to go into a movie and tear someone's friggin' head off more than I had this kid. I hated him so much, and we're supposed to be like empathizing with him and rooting for it through his eyes or something, and then you have the other main kid, you have the other main lead who's supposed to be made out to be the like the one who's the good guy, but he's just a selfish douche who just wants to get into his pants. And then you have the girlfriend of Reese, the douche, who I can't
Pfeiffer?
stand. No, not him. The other one.
Oh,
the blonde chick.
I have no idea.
She sucks too. And then Pfeiffer is okay. She's the only one who's like doesn't make me want to kill myself.
So are you saying
tolerable.
Reese Mishler should not be Han Solo?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying he's got the look.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have
age.
anything. He has nothing about anything. Keep him away from everything ever. I hope he doesn't ever have a job. I hope he's poor. I hate this movie.
You got like 6 movies, man.
No, I hate him. I hate him. I hated him. I hated him so much in this movie. I hated this movie so much. It wasn't scary. It's full of nothing but jump scares. I felt no tension at all. The story was a giant bunch of wasted potential because there's a cool premise with the haunted school and the play that they had setup that they were bringing back to life, and then they drop the ball, and then they have that stupid twist that you can see coming a mile away at the very end of the movie, and that I hated it so much. It makes me not excited for more horror movies, and that kills me inside. The Gallows sucks. If you like horror, this movie is terrible. Don't watch it. It's an abomination.
Well, with that said, let's talk about some good movies, shall we, Cody?
Please.
I want to start with you. Let's get some honorable mentions first.
Right, I think I have 3.
Okay.
I have a movie called 99 Homes, The Gift. I have 4. Kingsman and Hateful Eight are my honorable mentions.
Oh, wow. Good list.
They're all of these movies are 10 out of 10s, I think. Or at least close from when we reviewed them.
Josh, what about you? Some honorable mentions?
Yeah. All right. I'll try to narrow it down a little bit. All right. So I got some honorable mentions. Avengers: Age of Ultron, The Big Short, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, It Follows, Paper Towns, Steve Jobs, The Final Girls.
Oh, Steve Jobs.
Yeah, almost. Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, The Revenant.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And Trainwreck.
Not bad.
Those are my honorable mentions.
Steve Jobs, that hit me. Wow.
That came so close to being my number 10.
As for me, I've got Black Mass, which we didn't talk about, but I really, really liked. Johnny Depp was awesome. Oh, this one hurt. I just kind of slid it down just a little while ago. The Hateful Eight didn't make it. And then Carol. I'm almost contemplating swapping that one around, but now I'm going to keep it there. Carol is number...
I thought you didn't like Carol.
No, I really dug Carol. Would you hear that?
There's Joy.
Oh, no, you
didn't like.
No, you didn't like the other one. I keep mixing them up.
Joy.
Danish Girl.
Oh, yeah, Danish Girl.
I don't know why I keep mixing those up.
Well, because you are sexist. And misogynist, probably. But cool. All right, so let's see. We're going to do... let's see. Do you want to go by threes? How do you guys want to do this? It's up to you.
I
10
figured
through
we could
6, 5 through 2, and 1.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, let's do that then. Cody, you get us started. Number 10.
Oh boy! All right, my number 10 is Spotlight.
Ooh.
We talked about that movie. I enjoyed it. I thought it was just a tad too slow for my tastes, but
Fair.
that's why it's so far down the list. Nothing about the acting or the story. It's just the pacing was a bit off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My number 9 is Sicario. You can hear all about my my thoughts on Sicario on our episode. I liked it. 8 is Steve Jobs.
Nice.
Love that movie too. 7 is Mad Max because it's fun. 6 is The Revenant.
Oh, wow, so not too many summer movies in there. You auteur, you film
I don't
snob.
care for the summer movies.
Mad Max, I guess, is the closest one. But yeah, interesting 10 through 6. So what kept The Revenant out from your top 5?
There are just other movies I liked more.
Yeah. But I read you gave that like a 9.5, didn't you? Something like that?
Yeah, I really liked it.
Okay.
But it's fair to say that the rest of the movies on my list are actual 10 out of 10s.
Nice. Can't wait to see what's up there. I thought Steve Jobs would be one of your top 2, 3. So.
Oh, no, I really did love that though. The writing was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Josh. 10 through 6. Let's hear it.
All right, my number 10, The Visit from M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Over Steve Jobs. I kind of hate
I loved it. You didn't see it. But
I read I watched a review online, so I've pretty much seen it.
Oh shit! Oh god. But yeah, this is pretty much the big comeback I've been waiting for from Shyamalan, because pretty much every movie since Signs that I've seen has been horrible. Because I love the first whatever the first one he did was, I can't remember, Sixth Sense, and then Signs was really good, but then everything else was crap. This is a movie I've been waiting for, because I didn't even want to see this movie. I was like, oh, it's just going to be another piece of crap from Shyamalan. And then I saw it against my better judgment, and I was just like, holy crap, he did it. He finally made an awesome movie again. And this isn't like an amazing movie by like, I mean, I could probably say there are other movies in my honorable mentions, like Steve Jobs, that are maybe better made films than this. But for me personally, it's just like, it's a great M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's a great horror movie, even though it's kind of more like a horror comedy. It's a lot of fun. The acting is amazing in it. It's a really cool story. Just a lot of fun, and I loved it. So that's my number 10.
Did not expect that coming.
Yeah, I only heard bad things about that movie.
Yeah,
Really?
likewise. I heard that, was it the kid? Wasn't he awful? Like,
The kid was
really annoying?
He was the best part of the movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Didn't he rap it during the credits or something?
Yeah, and he was awesome.
Hey, remember when Shyamalan was maybe going to direct the first Harry Potter movie?
Could you imagine?
I don't remember that.
Oh, that'd be so bad.
He was on a short list, a Warner Brothers short list. He totally should have been there based on his credits at that point, but
Yeah.
oh god. Are you excited for Shyamalan's next movie?
As long as it's I don't even know what it is. As long as it's a low budget, more like not big thing like After Earth or anything like that.
I've got
I'm for it.
I've got some good news. First of all, it's called Split. It's a thriller.
I'm starting to remember about it. Yeah, it has someone I like starring in it.
Yeah, James McAvoy is the
Yes.
lead with a
Yep.
bunch of people who no idea who these people are. Bad news is that it's being released in January of 2017, so
Well,
his renaissance may be short-lived, my friend.
we'll see. We just had a good movie come out in January. We saw it last week. Remember?
Well, that's quote
Came
unquote
out in
January.
December.
Yeah, that's a December. I count those as
Still,
December movies.
I
But,
guess. I don't know.
yeah. All right.
Okay.
Number
But,
9.
Number 9, Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Not bad.
Loved Kingsman. I think it's probably my favorite movie from Matthew Vaughn. Maybe I don't know, maybe just under Kick-Ass. But I love him as a director. He's becoming one of my favorites. I love his style. I think he handles the comic book genre better than anyone else. He makes really fun movies that are really kind of really stylized, over the top, hard R, but they still have like a lot of heart to them. I think you have Samuel L. Jackson in a role that, in concept, sounds like the dumbest thing ever, but it actually works really well. And then Colin Firth is an action star apparently because he was awesome in this. Taron Egerton, I want to see what else he can do because he was awesome in this. But yeah, overall, it's a really fun spy movie. It's my favorite spy movie of all the 2015.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
Notice how another spy movie isn't on this list.
I hate you so much. I really do. I will kill you.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing. Just I hate you. But anyways, no. Did you remember early on, like really early on, DiCaprio was being rumored for the villain role,
Was it?
Samuel Jackson role? Yeah,
That would be cool.
that would
That'd
be
be so
interesting.
Yeah, that would be cool. All right. Number 8, Straight Outta Compton.
Mm.
Either guys see this yet?
Not
Hmm.
yet.
No.
You got to see this. It's so good. Probably one of the best biopics I've seen in a really long time, maybe ever. I think the cast is great. The guy who I think it was Ice Cube's son. I don't remember his name. He got him to play himself, and I thought he did a great job. Everyone else great. Jason Mitchell gives one of the best performances I've seen of the year. I thought the story was great. It's a lot of fun. Really tells the story well. It doesn't hold back. So I mean, I'm not huge into hip hop or anything. I do like NWA. I wasn't too familiar with their story though, so it was interesting to see. But yeah, I think it's a really great movie. Everyone's got to check it out. Okay. Number 7, Sicario.
Nice.
So good. Denis Villeneuve. That's how his name's pronounced, right?
Good job.
I did it. Yay, I did it. Yeah, I loved Sicario. At one point it was like a lot higher, but then I was redoing some stuff. But I loved it. It was such a really incredible movie. I haven't felt this intense in a really long time. The score is brilliant. It's really well acted. Just overall, really great thriller. And it just really well done. And number 6 is Ex Machina.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't know. This at one point was a lot higher again, but things happened. I love this movie. This is just such a I think it's almost perfect. Just about. I mean, it's the directorial debut of Alex Garland, who I want to see do more stuff. Alicia Vikander,
Baby girl.
thank you for existing. As I stare at the poster that's sitting next to me.
Of Ex Machina?
Yeah, I have a poster on my wall.
Oh,
I need to
nice.
buy that.
Domhnall Gleeson, Oscar Isaac, thank you also for existing.
I'll tell you,
And-
if
and for
Garland, I don't know about you guys, but if Garland doesn't get tapped for a Star Wars gig, I'll be
They've
I'll
got
be upset.
they've got to be looking at him right now for something.
Like him doing an Obi-Wan story of some kind
Oh,
would be awesome.
Oh my God. You're getting me excited. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. But yeah, Ex Machina, great sci-fi, really interesting movie. Really good, cool take on AI. Loved it. It was awesome. That's my number 6.
Nice. Really, really cool list. So for me, I actually my 1 through 9. I don't know about you guys, but this was 1 through 9. I'm really happy with, and they're in a good spot. But I just could not nail down number 10, and I'm the current number 10 that I have. I'm still conflicted about, but because I like Carol and Hatefully a lot more, but it's on the record now, so there's no going back. My number 10 is The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Ooh.
I watched this again recently, and I loved it. I loved it just as much. I think this is really a great movie. The only really weakness I think that's in it is Armie Hammer. He's not great. He's pretty good, but he's not great.
Bad.
Yeah, not bad by any means, but they could certainly have done better. But other than that, I just think this is a fantastic spy movie. Really, and those of course I'm biased towards those. I love me a good spy flick.
Except for Kingsman.
Well, you can't win them all. But yeah, I just the ending especially I just thought was fantastic. It had this like Ocean's 11 kind of end to it. And I would say it's tonally it reminds me of Ocean's 11, Ocean's 13, stuff like that quite a bit. But I don't know about you guys, but I love this movie. Did you guys? I know you saw it, Cody, but did you see it, Josh?
I did not. I really wanted to try catch it before I made my list, but I didn't get a chance.
It's so much fun. That's movies like that are why I go to the movies. So, just not that you have to turn your brain off, which I don't really like that phrase, but it's just
fun.
It's an easy watch, and Alicia Vikander dances to what's that song? Cry to Me. So
She's so perfect in that movie. She's
in, like pajamas and stuff, and then she just passes out drunk. It's great.
So
my
every
dream.
time we bring up Alicia Vikander, Cody's reaction is great.
Baby girl.
She's awesome. I love her so much.
Yeah, she's great. I hope she and Michael Fassbender, if they so choose, make beautiful babies.
The best children ever.
Honestly, that's where we're gonna hit our stride as a species. But
The next step in evolution.
pretty much like 2001. Add another scene to that. Fassbender and Vikander have a baby. The monolith just shows up in the delivery room.
All right.
Cool. So my number 9 is a movie we haven't talked about yet, and I've got a feeling we're going to pretty soon, so I'll try to keep it brief. It is The Martian.
We've talked about it. We did a podcast on it.
No. I mean, with this
Lost
list.
episode.
With the list.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
List. But this is Ridley Scott's best movie since Prometheus, even though I still like Prometheus a little bit more, just because I love that movie, despite what all the hashtag haters say. But I don't know about you guys. The Martian is a lot like it's a lot like The Man from U.N.C.L.E. It's just that's why you go to the movies for stuff like that. It's funny. I would still label it a comedy. I don't know what the whole ho hum about that is, but it made me laugh more than a lot of other movies. I think probably I laughed the most out of that movie than I did the entire year, to be honest with you. But I just think it's a great movie, and it was everything I wanted to be. Matt Damon is back on top, and it's good to have him there because he is the best. He's actually a cool dude. You heard it here first. Matt Damon, cool person.
Doesn't suck.
I just hope he works with Scorsese again, but that's an issue for another day. And so that's my number 9. My number 8 is the 5th installment in the Mission Impossible franchise. It is Rogue Nation. Pretty much the same thing from Man from U.N.C.L.E. That's one of those movies. That's why I go to the theater. It's just super enjoyable, and I love it. Tom Cruise is still the king. I know he had that. Remember, guys, a couple years ago, he had that little lull in his career. Be like, oh, is Tom Cruise losing it? It's like, no, he's
Tom Cruise never loses anything. What are you
exactly.
talking
He is better than ever, and he is killing it. I want him to do another like Magnolia kind of drama, but
He's great in Magnolia. Oh my God, he's so good in that.
But Tommy, if he's not throwing himself out of an airplane, then I don't think he's happy. But I can't wait for the next one. Chris McQuarrie is he's awesome. So
I wonder what the next big stunt he's gonna do for Mission Impossible 6 is.
Tom Cruise versus a shark. Real freaking shark.
He's gonna jump out of an airplane without a parachute.
Probably, and do like, I don't know, a giant
like,
bounce.
No, guys, don't worry. I can land on my feet. I'm fine. I'm Tom Cruise.
Hey, I hope they open the next movie with him just like skinny dipping in a volcano. Hey guys, what's going on? It's a little chillier, don't you think? It's like, no, Tom Cruise, you're just crazy. But Scientology be damned, he's awesome.
Crazy new.
Yeah. So my number 7, I kind of crapped on you guys for not having it so low, but it's kind of low on my list. But Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is awesome. Steve Jobs is probably the best Sorkin script.
I would agree with that.
I think, yeah, if I remember, it's a toss-up between Moneyball and The Social Network, but I still think just with the amount of ground that Sorkin was able to cover with this thing, it's just incredible, and I love him so much. Oh God, he wrote Charlie Wilson's War. That was a crap heap. Anyways, I can't wait to see what he does next. Rumor has it's going to be his directorial debut, but yeah, Steve Jobs probably maybe tied with Spotlight, but I think I would give it the edge. It had the best ensemble cast in the entire year. Fassbender was great. Daniels was great. Michael Stuhlbarg is awesome. He played the other Andy. Seth Rogen was great. Kate Winslet was great. Catherine Waterston was great. I mean, it's just that movie should have made a lot more money than it is, and I hope it does well at the Oscars. So, because I loved it so much. And we're on to 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And my number 6, we've talked about it before, is Ex Machina.
Nice.
Like I said, Alex Garland, Star Wars. You're up, buddy. You can bump out Trevor if you want to, for all I care, because this was awesome. And I bought it on Blu-ray, and I'm gonna watch it a lot more times.
So many more times.
A lot. And just, I think this of any movie really this entire year, just the aesthetic of it was just.
Oh, it's so good.
It's like everything looked great, and I love Oscar Isaac. That's another one of those performances that is so good it'll never get an Oscar nomination, because in such a best actor thin year, I don't know why he didn't get a nom, because he was awesome. But yeah. Great movie. So Cody, moving on to you.
All right.
Number
5 is The Martian.
There you
Watched
go.
that again the other day. Love it. Love that movie to death. Oh, my dog is still in here. Yeah, I love that movie. It's so good. Matt Damon is the man. My number 4 is Ex Machina. I'm going to go ahead and say that Ex Machina was the first movie in 2015 I actually loved.
Likewise.
It came out of nowhere, too. I had no expectations for that movie. And then it just showed up.
I'm here, y'all. Is that it? That was your first exposure to Baby Girl Alicia, right?
It was. And Oscar Isaac and Domhnall Gleeson.
Oh, wow.
3 of my favorite actors.
That's crazy.
That movie's almost perfect. If it wasn't for another certain movie that's going to be mentioned later, it'd probably be my favorite sci-fi movie of the
I
year.
wonder what that could be. Oh, well, real quick, I just looked this up on Wikipedia to see how much money it made. $38 million, by the way. And apparently, using Tinder, they made a profile for Ava with the image of Alicia Vikander to market the movie. That's awesome.
That's great.
That's so clever. Oh my gosh.
I would have matched.
Keep going. Yeah.
Number 3 is Room. I know how much you enjoyed that movie, Josh. I'm going to let you explain it, because I know how much you want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 2 is Creed. That movie hit me out of nowhere, no pun intended. I hadn't seen a real Rocky movie until that, And I love that movie so much. I can't wait till that comes out on Blu-ray.
Nice.
First movie of the year to make me cry. And I'm happy it exists.
Hmm.
All right, I'm done.
Cool. Josh, 5 through 2. Hit it up.
Okay. Number 5 is Inside Out. Loved Inside Out. This was the big return to form I was waiting for from Pixar. Apparently they kind of dropped the ball with that a few months later with The Good Dinosaur, but I didn't see it.
Did that movie even come out, honestly? Are we even sure? But where does that stack up with Pixar for you, buddy?
I haven't really thought about it. I'd probably say top 3, top 5.
Okay.
I don't know where exactly. My number 1's Finding Nemo.
Solid.
So
Finding Dory, man, coming up soon.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, boy.
But yeah, Inside Out is just such a brilliant movie. Like, legitimately, like a brilliant, like thought-thinking, thoughtful film. Animation's great. The voice cast is killer. It's probably I think it's one of the funniest Pixar movies to date. I think and it got nominated for Best Screenplay, rightfully so, because the script is incredible. And did you see the cut somebody made about Inside Out without the thoughts of it? Someone made a cut of just Riley's scenes and just telling her story. Yeah, it works just as well.
Fascinating.
It's so incredible that way too. But yeah, it's so cool. You get to know all these really fun different characters, and you worry that maybe they'll all kind of just fall into like that shtick of like what they're supposed to be, like they're all going to be like kind of one note, but they're not. Each emotion is kind of has their own different sides to them. It's an awesome movie. I loved it. Pixar. I'll forgive Good Dinosaur, even though I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I'll like it. Here's hoping, let's keep this track record going with this quality of movie.
Honestly, no matter how good The Good Dinosaur is, it'll just that's gonna get overshadowed by Inside Out. Like,
yeah,
that could be like a 9 out of 10 movie, and it's still gonna be like, it was all right because Inside Out came out.
So good.
So good. Yeah.
All right, number 4, Mad Max Fury Road.
Oof. A little lower than I thought it'd be.
Yeah. I love Mad Max. It was I'm a fan of the franchise, but I'm not like a diehard fan. I like the first 2 a lot. Third one can suck a big one. This is hands down the best of the franchise. George Miller does an incredible job. I mean, I can say he is incredible in it because he's the star of the movie, basically. And then Charlize Theron is incredible. Tom Hardy's really good, even though he doesn't really say much or give much for performance.
He just grunts a lot, and that's what's so great about it.
But he's pretty badass in it. Nicholas Holt's awesome. The wives, the girls that were in it, they were great. The action, it's probably, I think I'm at this point where I'll say it's my favorite action movie of all time. Aside from maybe just a few, maybe just one. I don't even know. I've still gone back and forth, but as of right now, I think it might be my favorite action movie of all time. I think it's one of the best visually one of the best looking movies I've ever seen. The directing is phenomenal. It's just pretty much a 2-hour long chase scene, and that's all it needs to be, and it's perfectly done for what that is. And I said it when we were talking about its nominations. It's for what it is. It's the best it could possibly be, and then some. Just because of George Miller's directing. I love this movie. I think it's incredible, and I've seen it multiple times, and I can't wait to see it multiple more.
Wow.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want that higher on your list?
That was a number 1 argument there, man.
Like, straight up.
Because I have 3 others that I loved even more.
Wow.
I think I love things more than you guys do.
How dare
Definitely
you.
more passionate about this.
Have you seen me in front of a cat? Honestly.
Straight up same.
Okay, my number 3 is Creed. I loved Creed. I think it's the best Rocky movie, hands down. I think Ron Coogler did an incredible job. Michael B. Jordan is awesome. Stallone is amazing in this movie. Definitely earned that nomination of his. I think the boxing scenes are fantastic. I think the drama and the character and the weight of it's incredible. It works like such a great. I think it might actually be one of my favorite one of my favorite sports movies of all time. I think it's really, really well done. I was so into this movie. I went and saw it again a couple weeks later. This movie's awesome. I loved it. It's a perfect sports movie, and I loved everything about it. So number 3 is Creed.
What's do you like that or Warrior from a few years ago more? I can't remember.
Creed.
You do?
I like it more than, although I love Warrior a lot. So, okay. Sort of a moment of truth here. Number 2, Star Wars. The
Whoa!
My God, no way.
No way.
That's my number 2.
No.
What?
What?
I refuse. No way.
You're lying. Stop.
I'm not lying.
You're freaking lying.
It's still a 10 out of 10 for me.
No.
That's not what's important.
I
get it. Room was good. Star Wars is Star Wars.
But anyway, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I loved it. This movie, I've talked about it forever. We talked about it forever on the podcast. But yeah, it brought Star Wars back for me. It's my favorite franchise of all time. Love the characters. J.J. Abrams knocked it out of the friggin' park with this. I don't care if it has similarities to New Hope. It didn't bother me at all, and I thought it was done well. I thought the action was great. It looks beautiful. I love John Williams' score. I loved the character of Rey so much. She's probably one of my new favorite Star Wars characters. Same with Kylo Ren. Finn too, but not as much. Han Solo is the best he's ever been. Chewbacca is the best he's ever been. Leia is awesome. Luke is awesome for the very minimal screen time he's there. Everything about this movie is awesome. It's the Star Wars movie I've been waiting since I was 10 years old to see. And I loved every freaking second of it. And it's my number 2.
All right, so what's your real number 2? I'm
floored right now. I don't know what to do.
Everything you know is a lie.
I knew this what the reaction was going to be.
Wow. Unexpected.
Yeah.
Quite unexpected. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I guess I'll. Jeez. We actually share a couple of spots. Come to think of it, my number 5 is also Inside Out.
Nice.
Incredible movie. Got a very strong reaction out of me, which is a short way of saying that I did cry a little bit, not too much, but.
Oh, good for you.
Bing bong.
Let it out every once in a while.
Bing bong, man. Bing bong.
Oh God, Bing bong.
Bing bong was my Han Solo.
Let's not talk about the movie because I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Figure everybody's seen it. But yeah, that was. Oh man, that movie broke me in a way. Geez, so good. Now I'm not sure where it lands in Pixar because I still think I at least like Toy Story 1 and 2 and The Incredibles more. Finding Nemo also might be in the discussion there, but it's I can say with certainty it's top 5. Pretty sure. I don't know. That list feels like it would take years off my life. But number 4 is a movie that, to my knowledge, neither of you guys have seen, which is okay, but also not because Macbeth is great.
I want to see it so bad.
I
can't find anywhere to see it though.
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to wait till Blu-ray, but it is everything that I wanted it to be from a Macbeth story. I think it's such a classical story about, I guess the corruption of power, and it's just great. It's just great. And this is probably, I think I haven't seen every single Macbeth retelling, but I went into this movie thinking, okay, I want a Macbeth made in this kind of a filmmaking age with these actors. I want it to be X, Y, and Z, and it was every letter in the alphabet plus X, Y, and Z. It was just so great. I loved it so much. This is a story that can be adapted to really any kind of setting or circumstance, which I think would make a cool Star Wars story. Just saying.
Can't confirm it does make a cool Star Wars story. In high school, me and my friend basically made a Star Wars story out of Macbeth.
Incredible. Josh, is that going to happen? Can that happen?
If it's set in the Old Republic, that would be awesome.
Oh, that would be cool. Oh, that would be so cool. Or Kylo Ren as Macbeth. That'd be cool. They're both about as moody, but full of Ewoks is my mind. Full of scorpions is my mind. Clever, Mason. Clever.
So funny.
So funny. Anyways, I'm a piece of crap. But anyways, Macbeth was great. if you're gonna see Assassin's Creed, you got to watch this just to know the treat that I think everyone is in for. There's no doubt in my mind that's going to be a fantastic movie. Just so good. My number 3 is a movie called Spotlight. I love investigations. I think those are, by and large, my favorite kinds of movies. If you're researching and trying to find the truth and getting down to the, I guess just getting down to business in that kind of a way, this movie completely wrapped me up. I still do have that the 1 or 2 problems I mentioned on the podcast. I didn't feel like it really went. I don't think it got as deep or invested as it could have been. But even then, it was a great. I don't even want to say thriller, but it was a great piece of filmmaking, and I loved it. And most of all, it's a story that needed to be told, and I feel like that's why these movies are made, is to, people got to know about this kind of stuff. So moving on to my number 2. For my top 2 spots of the year, I always try to put in the movies that, if I think of 2015, what am I going to think of? That the first movies that come to my mind, and that to me, that is what that's what pushes a movie over the edge. So my number 2 is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I love the movie. It did everything I wanted to do. It was exhilarating. It was pulse pounding. It was emotional. It was refreshing, and it was great. Much like Macbeth, it hit XYZ that I wanted, and then everything before it was it just nailed it. And I'm not going to concede that, it had some flaws and it was similar to New Hope, because it's not, and it didn't. So shut up, people. Stop trying to ruin a good thing, because this is a great movie, and it's my favorite Star Wars movie, and I could not be more excited to see where this goes. So, Cody, your number 1 movie of 2015.
Well, big shocker. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. I'm a fan first. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I'm so happy this movie came out this year, and it came out the way it did. It had so much potential to be bad, and they didn't do it. And I'm so eternally grateful to J.J. Abrams and Disney for making a good movie. And I love it. I can't wait till it comes out on Blu-ray to watch it. Maybe it's my new Hangover movie. Who knows? That movie has a lot more showings in my house, though. That's all I know.
Nice. So, Star Wars. It exceeded the hype for you, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's great. All right, Josh, lay it on us. I feel like we both know what it is now.
Yeah,
We all do.
my number. My favorite movie of the year is Room. This happened to me last year, where a big blockbuster would come out, and that was going to be my most anticipated, and ended up being my favorite movie of the year. And then a little indie movie out of nowhere comes along and knocks me on my ass, and ends up being my favorite. And that happened again this year with Star Wars and Room.
So what were they last year?
Last year it was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Whiplash.
Solid.
Room is, I said it when I first saw it, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like, ever. I think this is going to be going to go down as one of the kind of one of those dramas that people are talking about 10 years from now. Or thriller too, I guess. For the first half of this movie, it is one of the most intense, gripping, just like emotional things I've ever experienced watching a movie. And then the second half is one of the most beautiful, interesting, well done pieces of storytelling I've ever seen. It has 2 phenomenal performances from Brie Larson and Jacob Tremblay. Both, I think Jacob Tremblay should have. I could make an argument he deserved nomination over 1 or 2 of the people that got nominated in the lead, not supporting, because he carries the movie just as much as Brie Larson does. But I think these 2 on screen together are incredible. This is one of the most interesting, unique cinematic experiences I've ever had watching a movie. It's it's perfect. It is. I honestly, I'm not kidding when I say I had to like take a break for a second to like kind of like take a breather and get a drink of water after a certain. Cody, you saw the movie, right?
Yeah, I know exactly the part you're talking about.
Yeah, after a certain thing happens, about midway through the movie, I had to like take a break because I almost thought I was going to throw up.
Wow.
I was so, like, I was like, I was shaking. I'm not kidding. I was shaking. I was almost sweating. I had to take a break. But yeah, it's just a perfect movie. If you can see Room, I already pre-ordered it on Blu-ray. I want to see it again as soon as I can. It's incredible. I love it.
Whew. Wow. I didn't get to see that one yet, so that's just based on that alone. Yeah, that's gonna go to the top of the queue. So, no surprises here. My favorite movie of 2015 is a little movie called Pitch Perfect 2. Girls are back and better than ever. No, it's Spectre.
Whoa.
It's always been Spectre. Like I said with Star Wars, what am I going to remember from 2015? It's Star Wars and Spectre, and I like Spectre just a little bit more. For me, it had everything I wanted it to be. Craig is great as always. The script I felt was as globe-trottingly fun as some of the earlier Sean Connery movies were, with the right amount of I guess grisliness that Casino Royale and Skyfall had, and I just loved it. I got everything I wanted from it, and it's coming out on Blu-ray in a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna grab it as soon as I can, and I'm gonna watch this one plenty more times. And it would. I just wished they had gotten a different person to sing the damn song. That's honestly the only thing I didn't like about the thing, is that song. But I guess I can. When I get it on Blu-ray, I can mute that and play a U2 song or something like that. So not all is lost. So yeah, Spectre. Go Spectre. Wow, so that's quite a surprise, Josh. So let's all, since
I'm floored right now.
Yeah, since these are a little staggered, let's go ahead and let's recap them from 10 to 1.
Okay.
Josh, why don't you start?
All right, so number 10, The Visit. Number 9, Kingsman. Number 8, Straight Outta Compton. Number 7, Sicario. Number 6, Ex Machina. Number 5, Inside Out. Number 4, Mad Max. Number 3, Creed. Number 2, Star Wars The Force Awakens. And number 1, Room.
I still can't believe it. Cody, what about you?
All right.
10 to 1.
Number 10, Spotlight. Number 9, Sicario. Number 8, Steve Jobs. Number 7, Mad Max Fury Road. Number 6, The Revenant. 5, The Martian. 4, Ex Machina. 3, Room. 2, Creed. 1, Star Wars The Force Awakens.
As for myself, number 10, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Number 9, The Martian. Number 8, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Number 7, Steve Jobs. Number 6, Ex Machina. Number 5, Inside Out. Number 4, Macbeth. Number 3, Spotlight. Number 2, Star Wars The Force Awakens. And number 1, Spectre. Wow. So now we can officially assess the year. Wow. Quite a year for film.
Pretty great.
Yep. Really good year.
Room over Star Wars.
Yeah, you need to go and watch that.
You haven't seen Room.
I know. I really want to now, because it's obviously you guys are high on it. I trust your opinion, so yikes. So I guess do you guys want to talk about what you've been watching this week, or just gonna let the movies stand for themselves?
You're the leader of this little troop. Do what you want, buddy.
Well,
Yeah, I'll talk. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's. What have we been watching, reading, and listening to this week? Josh, we'll start with you.
Well, to make up for my lack of having Star Wars on my number 1, why don't I talk about something Star Wars again? I've been reading a novel called Tarkin.
As in Grand Moff?
Yeah, as in it's about Grand Moff Tarkin. It's basically I'm not too far into it. I'm about like 7 or 8 chapters into it. Although I'm listening to it, not reading it, because who reads anymore?
Me.
But it's it's a really interesting book so far. I'm really digging it. It's kind of delving into the history and the not the origin, but kind of the youth and the kind of path that had Tarkin going from where he was to where he is now. Kind of delving into his psyche a little bit. It's really interesting. It's it's just you get to know him a lot, and it just shows what a really great character he is. And I still have a lot to read, so definitely more interested. I think it's a really good Star Wars book so far, so I'm really loving that.
Fascinating. Cody, do you have anything, or do you want me to go?
I played a game called Undertale, which is a kind of an RPG that came out in September. Really short, 4 hours long-ish. One of the best games I've played this year. Has the best soundtrack. It's just so good. It's only $10. You guys should buy it.
Oh. Is it on, like, PlayStation Network, something like that?
It's on Steam. You'll have to pay it on a computer.
Steam is fascinating to me.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't understand it. It's like it's on the internet, man. I don't know.
So is the PlayStation Network.
I'm technologically illiterate, so that's just me.
I don't really play PC. I don't really have a PC to play games on. But
Well, that's not a game you need to play. That you need a good PC. I'll send you a screenshot.
How enlightening. As for me, I forgot to talk about this last week, so I'm glad that we're going to be able to get to it. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is back, and we were texting back and forth about this. I don't understand how it's still so freaking funny after all this time. It's 11 seasons in. There's been 116 episodes, and I still die a little bit every time I watch an episode because it's so great. And the fact that they led this season off by doing a sequel to my favorite episode, I just think is the coolest thing ever, and it was just as funny. If you're wondering, Charlie McDennis is my favorite episode of the show, and they did Charlie McDennis 2, Electric Boogaloo, and it was great. It had, Cody had one of the guys from The Office on it. Did you see it?
Which one? I didn't watch it yet.
What was his name? He was like the boss. David?
Oh, David Wallace?
Yeah, David Wallace. He's in it. I love that guy. He was in Jurassic World too, but... yeah, I think it's just season 10. We're all talking about this. Season 10 is great. It ended the first episode and the last episode were both absolutely hysterical. So this show, it's amazing to me, and I love it so much, and I cannot wait for it to keep going and still stay funny, because I'm sure it will. These guys are comedic geniuses, and I love them so much. So yeah, Josh, do you watch It's Always Sunny?
I've never seen a single episode.
Oh, dude. Start with Charlie McDennis, please. If you do one thing, just for me. Don't have to watch Spectre ever again. Just watch Charlie McDennis.
They need to watch the Dayman musical, too.
Oh, true. Oh, that one's great as well. But I love that show. It's Seinfeld, kind of, but even more decrepit and evil. Like, the way Seinfeld characters are just jerks, these people should probably be in prison. And
yeah, they're definitely sociopaths.
Oh, absolutely. Cody, do you remember when they go to the therapist?
Oh, God. It's such a good episode.
So, Josh, what was it? What was the grade that you gave Spectre?
I originally gave it an 8, but thinking back, I'd go like a 7.5.
Oh,
that's exactly what somebody with donkey brains would do.
I'm savage.
It's still a good rating. I liked it.
No, just that's a joke from the show. They call people donkey brains. It's so funny. I love it. But yeah, Nightman Cometh and Charlie McDennis. What's the one where they all have, like, the store's being robbed and they go in, like, their fantasies?
Oh, I don't know what that's called, but that's also a great episode.
Charlie goes to the baby store. That's where he thinks babies come from. They're all janitors and waitresses. It's great. Josh, if you like Up, that'd be a great episode for you.
I will definitely check that out.
Yeah, I love this show so much, if you can't already tell. But that is this week's episode of the pod, the Top 10 of 2015. Crazy. Did not expect this. Still shaking a little bit, but also it's cool. But yeah, you guys, you can follow us at _RealFix on the Twitter. and we'll be posting mildly interesting things there. Or actually, I need to send out some pictures of my cats. Cats are great, but yeah, send us your cat pics, all that good stuff. What?
Scare away our listeners.
Who doesn't like cats?
Pretty much confirmed that Mason's a cat lady at this point.
I can tell you. Are you interested in some kitten mittens by any chance, Josh?
Yeah.
Kitten mittens.
That's paws too loud.
Should I ask what those are?
One of the characters in the show, in It's Always Sunny, Charlie, he comes up with this idea of kitten mittens. It's like mittens for cats.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
It's great. It's so great. But all right, we'll be going on forever if I keep talking about It's Always Sunny. It's a great show. So until then, guys, like I said, follow us at _RealFlix on Twitter, and we will be talking with you next week about something. It'll be a surprise to us.
Figure it out.
So we'll talk to you then. Take it easy, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Later.